The secret behind the mirror, biblical and Stoic truth. There is a battle you cannot see. It does not happen in the streets. It does not happen in the sky. It happens in your mind. Every day you wake up and look in the mirror, but what if the real enemy is not outside you, it is within you? What if the reflection staring back at you is hiding something deeper, something darker, something spiritual? The man in the mirror knows your fears. He knows your doubts. He whispers words like, "You are not enough. You will fail. You cannot change." And if you listen long enough, those whispers become change. This is the secret behind the mirror. The greatest battle is the one inside your thoughts. The Bible says in Proverbs 23:7, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." Your life moves in the direction of your thoughts. If your mind is filled with fear, your life will reflect fear. If your mind is filled with faith, your life will reflect power. The mirror does not lie. It reveals what you believe. Think about Gideon. He saw himself as weak, but God saw him as a mighty warrior. The mirror in Gideon's mind said, "You are the least." But heaven declared, "You are chosen." The difference between defeat and destiny was not his strength, it was his mindset. The secret behind the mirror is this: the enemy attacks your identity before he attacks your destiny. If he can make you doubt who you are, he can control where you go. That is why you must guard your mind. Not every thought deserves your attention. Not every voice deserves your agreement. Lightning flashes in the storm, but storms do not last forever. The darkness in your mind may look powerful, but light always wins. The moment you replace lies with truth, the reflection changes. When you speak life over yourself, chains break. When you declare God's promises, fear loses its grip. You are not the failure you fear. You are not the mistakes you made. You are not the voice of doubt. You are stronger than your thoughts. You are chosen. You are called. You are capable of becoming more than you imagine. The mirror only reflects what you allow it to reflect. Feed your mind with truth. Feed your spirit with faith. Read the word. Pray boldly. Think differently. Because when your thoughts change, your life changes. If this message touched you, if it opened your eyes to the battle within, then this channel is for you. We uncover hidden truths. We expose the lies of the mind. We build strong faith and powerful thinking. Subscribe now and join this growing community of warriors who refuse to be controlled by fear. Hit the like button, share this message. Your support helps this truth reach someone who needs it today. The secret behind the mirror is not darkness. It is revelation. And your transformation starts now. The mirror spiritually also represents accountability. You can avoid people. You can hide from critics. But you cannot hide from your own reflection. The mirror forces you to confront what you have become. In the quiet moments, when the noise fades, the reflection speaks. It asks, are you walking in purpose, or are you drifting in distraction? Spiritual growth begins the moment you stop running from your reflection. The mirror is also a symbol of hidden battles. Many people smile in public but struggle in private. The outer face may look confident, but the inner reflection may be wounded. That is why the storm in the image matters. The lightning represents conviction. The darkness represents confusion. The glowing eye represents awareness. Spiritually, when light strikes darkness, truth is revealed. Sometimes the storm in your life is not destruction, it is revelation. Another powerful meaning of the mirror is identity restoration. When the prodigal son returned home, he had to face who he had become before he could reclaim who he truly was. The mirror shows both the lost version and the redeemed version. Spiritually, God does not show you your flaws to shame you. He shows them to restore you. Revelation is never meant to condemn. It is meant to transform. The mirror also reflects what you meditate on daily. Your thoughts are like seeds. Whatever you plant repeatedly will grow. If you constantly rehearse fear, your reflection will carry anxiety. If you meditate on promises, your reflection will carry confidence. Spiritually, the mirror reveals your mental diet. What you feed your mind determines what you see when you look within. There is another hidden truth. The mirror can represent spiritual warfare over perception. The enemy cannot steal your calling if you know who you are. So he attacks your perception. He distorts your reflection. He magnifies your weakness and hides your strength. But when you begin to see yourself the way God sees you, chains begin to break. Clarity is power. The significance of the mirror is this: it is a doorway. It can either trap you in self-doubt or launch you into self-awareness. It can make you fearful or faithful. It depends on which voice you allow to interpret the reflection. Your perspective determines your power. Today, look again, not at your flaws, but at your potential. Not at your past, but at your purpose. The mirror is not there to scare you. It is there to awaken you. Revelation is uncomfortable before it is powerful. But once you accept the truth, transformation begins. What does the mirror mean in this age? In this generation, the mirror is no longer just glass on a wall. It has become a screen. It has become a camera. It has become social media. Today, the mirror is anything that reflects your identity back to you: Instagram likes, TikTok views, comments, comparisons, and public validation. The modern mirror is digital, and it speaks louder than ever before. In this age, the mirror represents identity shaped by perception. People are no longer asking, "Who am I?" They are asking, "How do I look to others?" The danger is not the mirror itself, it is allowing the reflection of public opinion to define your worth. When your value depends on reactions, your peace becomes unstable. The mirror today affects self-esteem deeply. Many people measure themselves against edited images, filtered faces, and unrealistic lifestyles. Comparison has become automatic. When someone constantly sees a better body, better success, or better life, the mirror of comparison creates insecurity. It distorts reality. It magnifies flaws and hides strengths. Spiritually, this modern mirror feeds anxiety. Instead of self-reflection, people practice self-promotion. Instead of inner growth, many chase outer approval. The result is exhaustion. When you live for validation, you are always performing. And performance without identity leads to burnout. The mirror in this age also affects mental health. Constant exposure to idealized lives creates pressure to measure up. People begin to curate their lives rather than live them. The reflection becomes edited, staged, and artificial. Over time, the line between real identity and projected identity becomes blurred. Another way the mirror affects people now is through comparison culture. Comparison steals joy. It makes gratitude difficult. It turns blessings into burdens because someone else appears to have more. The mirror becomes a scoreboard instead of a tool for self-awareness. However, the mirror can still be powerful in a positive way. In this age, self-awareness is more important than ever. When used correctly, the mirror helps you grow. It helps you correct mistakes. It helps you improve. The key is to let the mirror inform you, not define you. The spiritual danger of today's mirror is that many people know their online persona better than the true self. They polish the outside while neglecting the inside. But true confidence does not come from applause. It comes from clarity about who you are beyond the screen. The mirror today challenges you with one question: are you becoming who you truly are, or are you becoming who gets the most approval? That question determines your peace. In this age, the mirror has become constant. In the past, you looked into a mirror for a few minutes a day. Today, you look into a digital mirror for hours. Every scroll is a reflection. Every notification is feedback. Every post is a performance. The mirror no longer waits on the wall. It lives in your pocket. This constant reflection creates pressure. People now feel watched even when no one is physically present. The awareness of being seen shapes behavior. Many no longer ask, "Is this right?" but instead, "Will this be accepted?" The mirror shifts decision-making from conviction to approval. The modern mirror also affects identity formation in young people. Teenagers and young adults are building their sense of self while exposed to endless comparison. When identity is formed through likes and followers, confidence becomes fragile. Remove the applause, and self-worth collapses. That is the danger of external mirrors replacing internal foundation. Another powerful effect of the mirror today is distraction. Instead of self-examination, people engage in self-escape. Endless scrolling avoids deeper reflection. Silence has become uncomfortable because silence forces you to face your inner reflection. Noise keeps you from confronting who you are becoming. The mirror also affects relationships. People compare their real-life partners to online fantasies. They compare the private struggles to someone else's highlight reel. This creates dissatisfaction and unrealistic expectations. The mirror exaggerates perfection and hides process. Spiritually, the mirror in this age tests authenticity. It asks, are you living truthfully or strategically? Are you posting to express or to impress? The more you shape your life for an audience, the more disconnected you can become from your true self. However, there is hope. The mirror can still serve growth. When you choose reflection over comparison, awareness over performance, and truth over validation, the mirror becomes a tool of maturity. It can help you identify weaknesses, celebrate progress, and refine character. The key is balance. Use the mirror, but do not worship it. Observe feedback, but do not be ruled by it. Grow from criticism, but do not let it define you. When your identity is anchored internally, external reflections lose their power to control you. In this age, the mirror is digital. It is the screen you stare at for hours. It is the front camera. It is the comment section. It is the silent comparison happening in your mind while you scroll. The modern mirror does not just show your face, it shows you how the world reacts to you. Before, you looked in a mirror to adjust your appearance. Now people look into digital mirrors to adjust their identity. The focus has shifted from, how do I look, to, how am I perceived? That shift changes how people think, speak, and live. Today, comparison is constant. You see success, beauty, wealth, influence, and recognition displayed repeatedly. Even if you try not to compare, your mind does it automatically. Comparison creates pressure. It tells you that you are behind. It tells you that you are not doing enough. It tells you that you should be further in life. Over time, this quiet pressure becomes stress. The mirror stops reflecting who you are and starts measuring who you are not. In this generation, approval has become visible. Numbers show it, reactions show it. Feedback shows it. This visibility makes validation addictive. When people receive positive reactions, they feel elevated. When reactions decrease, they feel diminished. This emotional rise and fall creates instability. Confidence becomes tied to external response. When your worth depends on reaction, peace becomes temporary. Many people now live as if they're constantly being watched. Moments are staged, experiences are curated, conversations are filtered. Instead of living naturally, people live strategically. Performance creates exhaustion. You are not only living life, you are managing how life appears. That management drains emotional energy. The mirror becomes an audience, and the audience becomes your judge. When you constantly adjust yourself to fit expectations, you slowly lose clarity about who you truly are. You become adaptable to trends. You reshape yourself to stay relevant. But relevance is temporary. Identity must be stable. When identity is built on public opinion, it changes with every shift in culture. That creates confusion and insecurity. The modern mirror affects mental health deeply. It increases anxiety by keeping you aware of how you are perceived. It increases self-criticism by exposing you to constant comparison. Over time, people begin to dislike their natural selves because they are comparing reality to edited perfection. Dissatisfaction grows silently. The mirror begins to distort rather than reflect. One of the hidden fears in this age is the fear of being unseen. Many feel that if they are not visible, they are not valuable. This belief drives constant activity. But visibility is not the same as worth. You can be unseen and still significant. You can be quiet and still powerful. You can be private and still valuable. Another effect of the modern mirror is distraction. Instead of sitting with your thoughts, you scroll. Instead of reflecting internally, you consume externally. Silence becomes uncomfortable because silence forces self-examination. Noise keeps you distracted from deeper questions. The mirror becomes a way to avoid facing yourself. The real danger of the mirror in this age is subtle identity erosion. Slowly, without noticing, you begin to define yourself by visibility, approval, and comparison. You begin to ask, how many people saw me? How many people reacted? How many people validated me? Instead of asking, am I growing? Am I becoming better? Am I aligned with my purpose? The solution is intentional self-awareness. Step away regularly. Spend time in silence. Reflect without an audience. Rebuild identity internally. Use the mirror as a tool, not a master. Because the mirror of this age is powerful. But it only controls those who forget who they are beyond it. If this message is opening your eyes, stay connected. This channel is about truth in this modern age. Subscribe for more deep revelations. Like and share this message with someone feeling pressure from comparison and performance. The mirror may show your image, but only you decide your identity.